Okay, in the meantime, Dawn Osborne recluses herself from the case, right? So she won't give a reason. I'm not allowed to know why, even though I'm suing Proskauer Rose for $450 million for defamation. I don't get to know why she's off the case. Well, someday it will turn up. Someday I will get to know why she removed herself from that panel. What is she conflicted on? And if she's conflicted, and WIPO does such a thorough examination of everybody like they claim they do, why didn't they find that she was conflicted? Because they don't care, right? I'm just somebody out here. I'm not New York Times, and I'm not Proskauer Rose, right? So I'm nobody. So basically, they just take her word for it. Oh, everything's just fine. It took them, what, like 6 weeks into it before she removed herself. If WIPO is really a neutral arbitration, why didn't they remove her? And why don't I get to know why? Okay, don't tell me. It's my story now. I say Dawn Osborne was a setup. Proskauer Rose paid her off, or favors were owed, and that she was going to influence the panel to take my domain names, done, and then it was over. Okay? What Proskauer Rose don't know is that I have a brain, and I'm very good at what I do. And I don't need those stupid names to get on top of the search engines. I am glad that I got to keep the names. It is the right thing to do. But as far as now these sites popping up saying that maybe it was wrong at WIPO. Why did WIPO do that? Well, the people that if you're an attorney, you are your brand. Well, bull crap. Did I say crap? I meant shit. Bullshit. If you're an attorney named Joe Schmo and you think you're all that, you're not better than any other Joe Schmo. Joe Schmo lawn guy, Joe Schmo that sells some pants, Joe Schmo that sells pipes or shoes, any Joe Schmo in the world. Proskauer Rose is not better than them, and neither is any other attorney. So these sites saying, oh, an attorney is automatically his brand. No, he's not. So, for example, the name Joseph Lecesse, L-E-C-E-S-S-E, the .com, he's the chairman of Proskauer Rose. As soon as he got to be chairman, I got his .com. And I got it to help tell the I View It story to get them justice, to use it as media. Now, he's not the only person in the world with that name. There's like 400 people on Facebook with the name Crystal Cox, right? I got that name on an auction years ago, okay? I was smart enough years ago to get my own .com. They're not smart enough to get their own .com, so they want to steal it from me after I have got it strong in the search engines. They don't want to pay me for my time. Just like with I View It, they want to come in and steal trillions of dollars, and it's worth $13 trillion, and that is not an exaggeration. Research the I View It story and find out that that's true. So they want to take my intellectual property for free, and I've done the work to build it, right? So, and these are billionaire attorneys. It's not fair. You know, it doesn't make any sense that they would do this, or if they thought that I was just complaining or wrong, all these documents they sent to WIPO were in defense of themselves over I View It. Who gives a crap? I could be telling them, you know, I could be saying anything, and either it's a violation of their trademark and their rights to their name, or it's not. But instead, this Jenifer deWolf Paine, and on behalf of Greg Mashberg and Alan Fagan, and I don't even remember all the people, Matthew Triggs, and then the chairman, Joseph Lecesse, they all, on behalf of them, they just want to whine to WIPO about their story. Poor me, we're innocent. We're so innocent in the I View It case. Please hear us. WIPO is in Switzerland, the panel all over the world. They don't care. They're not a court of law. But at the same time, now these documents are in this system whining about some case that has nothing to do with me. Okay? Now these are some of the top intellectual property attorneys in the world, and I was pro se. What is the real motive here? Well, the motive is to hide corruption, because whatever I say about Proskauer Rose, because I've been doing this like 16 hours a day for the last 2 years, because I'm passionate about it. I work online all the time. I give victims a voice. It's just what I do. And I had an interview the other day, a paper, supposedly a paper out of London. Who knows? I haven't really researched the guy yet. But he asked me what my motive was. Well, my motive is justice for the inventors. My motive started as justice for the real estate victims, and writing on a big bankruptcy out of Bend, Oregon. And that bankruptcy led to the story of I View It and Enron, And that's kind of how I got led to that story. And so I started writing on it. And from there, this story involves Warner Brothers, it involves IBM, Intel, it involves some of the biggest tech companies, you know, Ernst & Young, it involves Apple, some of the people at Apple, Bruce Sewell, it involves, you know, Curtis Liu, and some of these big tech companies, big law firms, and the story was just huge, and they've all covered it up. So you got one man, Elliot Bernstein, of course there's other inventors and there's people behind it, but you got one voice out there, 1,200 documents, and then some, and he's fighting and fighting and fighting for a decade and nobody's listening, and here's all this proof, right? Then the case opens up in New York where somebody on the inside says that they had been whitewashing for these big attorneys. The case starts to open up. And in the meantime, I pick it up and I'm writing about it, and I get on top of the search engines for the name of every attorney, every general counsel of every tech company, and I just really give a voice to a story that's been out there for a decade, and everybody gets all upset about it. Well, it's not my story. All I'm doing is parroting. I'm the news. I'm telling the news. I am not griping. I'm not sitting around going, man, that Ellen Fagan's just one ugly dude, man. He's just horrible. Oh my goodness, did you see? It's not gossip. It's not gripe. It's fact. This story is a true story about a major law firm, an international law firm, involved in a $13 trillion technology theft, where the inventor's car was bombed, their lives have been ruined for a decade, and now I got people telling me, oh, well, they're gripe sites. No, they are not gripe sites. Proskauer Rose is guilty, okay? Google it. Figure it out. Read it for yourself. Don't believe me. More on this story coming soon. Check out, I'm not even going to give you a .com. Google anything to do with anything and do your own homework on the story, okay? Odds are you're going to find me because, yeah, I'm better at it than Proskauer Rose. So they hired Reputation Defender. They hire everybody they can. They're going to keep coming for me. They're going to keep hiring all these new, like, superlawyers.com and all these sites so they can say, how great is Proskauer Rose? Well, how come it's bad to have a gripe site, but it's not bad for billionaire attorneys to pay for fluff? All right, Google me. Yeah. Google me. That's capital M and a little E. Me.